one of the fun things about living out on the farm and having this an original homestead of whoever was here 30, 40, 50 years ago is they must have planted these poppies. They're so beautiful. They pop up every late spring. They're so beautiful. And then I think we have some irises growing over here. So this is just like right when you cross our little driveway. So fun.
That I grew. These are the melons, and we had one storm and it blew them out of their cup, so we had to plant them quickly, but they look good. At first they really didn't look good, but now they look really good. And melons need a lot of water, so we gotta water them good too. Also, I planted a few pumpkins in the green bus. I believe this one is the full moon pumpkin. It's looking really good. You can see like the vine. I think that's gonna be the vine that's coming up. That's going really good. The leaves are doing good, and they need a lot of water too. So this, I planted another pumpkin, and it's not doing very well. Sometimes you can try stuff really hard and expect it to go really well, but things won't go. And it happened to me because this pumpkin here didn't really grow.
So here's a little update about our raised bed. We just went through and put a final layer of wood chips since the plants are already established. And I started noticing before I put the wood chips up just tiny little sprouts of weeds. So I just went through and tore up old cardboard boxes and put on top of the layer of compost that we already had, and then I put wood chips on top of the cardboard pieces. So you can see, here's my cardboard that I have, and it's an organic material. It's just a natural product. And so I have the wood chips covering up that cardboard in hopes that the cardboard will smother out any weeds that want to creep up. So thus far, it's been a phenomenal weed-free raised bed, which I'm very thankful about. So that's the update so far.
So we have our squashes over here, and this is in the main garden. So we've had the update on the raised bed up there. Lincoln did the plants that all the kids raised plants out of our bus that we kind of converted into a greenhouse. And these were plants that we did get from a nursery, and they just turned out, they're looking really nice here. These are squash here. We also planted cabbages, and now that we have, like 3 really good looking cabbage plants down here. Then we have our cucumbers here. We have quite a few cucumbers, and then we have the tomato plants. Now it seems like to us the tomato plants are reacting the best to our layering mulch method, and they are just looking so deep green. We noticed the stems on those tomatoes are really sharp. They're really stable, and they're keeping the plants growing up. Bethany also purchased some clips for those tomatoes, and those are working out perfect, just like we had hoped there. But the stems are growing, and they're really just hardy, and they look like they're going to be great plants. So they're doing really well. So I'm thankful for that. And then we also have a couple zucchini plants down here, and that kind of makes up our garden here. Another update that's really, really important to our garden and what we're trying to accomplish here is the weed factor, and we're really trying to minimize all the weeds, and we've had this in the ground for 2 weeks now, and there has been, I think, 3 or 4 weeds pulled total in that amount of time. So the weeds it's accomplished that. Another thing that's not coming in is right where we're piling up all this compost, all this organic matter. That is where the grass stops as well. So the grass isn't coming in. We're not, last year, you know, we had trouble with all the millet and because of all the screenings, and we fed the chickens in here. That is just not the case this year. So there's that. The other thing that we've really accomplished here is digging into this a little bit here, just with I just have a piece of wood, but that dirt, that soil, for one, the composition, the aggregate of that soil is you know, you can make a really nice clump out of it. It's gonna hold the topsoil nice. It's gonna hold the water nice. We're not losing any moisture. It's damp underneath here. It's cool. The dirt's cool. So we're thinking that we really have some good soil structure. We have the moisture that we need. It did rain pretty good when that storm came through, and that was a really nice rain. But that storm came through a couple of days ago, and the great thing is we lost no plants. Everything still looks just as healthy as it did before the storm, and so there's not a whole lot we can complain about here. It's looking good. We're thankful, and we're just gonna watch her grow now, because I don't think we're gonna have to be out here weeding, and I don't think that we're gonna be out here watering a lot either. So no weeding, no watering. We're a happy gardening family because of that. So that's the update. Thanks for tuning in on this one, and we're gonna keep these updates coming as this garden just grows and grows and grows out of control. I think we're gonna have some really great, amazing vegetables to just nourish our family with, and that's such an amazing feeling. And that's another great thing about having and planting and just maintaining an amazing garden.